so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bolts bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Here to help these young adults celebrate a marker in their life as they move forward. They're moving out of a comfort level, but they're moving on to further education. We are here to celebrate the completion of the first part of the 5 young individuals' formal education. In Las Vegas, 7 and 11 are lucky numbers. Tonight we have 7 graduates, and this is my 11th graduation ceremony as a principal. I will tell you, you don't need any luck to bet on these 7 young individuals. They're fine young adults. I could tell you many trying and many more funny stories on these 7 that I won't. I could tell you a few special ones that weren't so fun also, but I won't. They're just great people. I want to thank you for sharing them with me for the last 4 years, and I want to tell you what great young people they are. Let's help them celebrate this graduation.
By thanking the past and present faculty and staff members of High Point School that have helped me get to this point in my life. From Miss McDonald, my first teacher, to Miss Little, my first school secretary, to Mr. Elliott, my final High Point principal. Each of you, along with many others, have made a huge impact on my educational and personal development. The work each of you do before and after school every day and over the weekends is greatly appreciated. I would like to thank my coaches and all that they have taught me and all they have done to make me better as a person, a student, and an athlete. I would like to thank my classmates, the class of 2017, for always being there, for sticking with me these past 9 years. Most of all, I would like to thank my family for always supporting me in everything I do throughout my years at High Point, and to my older brothers for always looking out over me and teaching me many things through the years. Over the past 9 years, our class has went through many changes, from switching teachers to getting new kids to kids leaving and adjusting to our first year of junior high and switching classes in 5th grade. We stuck together through good times and through bad times, through annoying each other, to fighting over silly PE games, to making each other laugh each day in class. Winnie the Pooh said, sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in our hearts. Winnie the Pooh describes our class perfectly. I remember every moment I've had with my classmates, good and bad. From the stressful times learning our address in kindergarten, to rocket math in 3rd grade, to yearly concerts, and to many school field trips. All seem small, but are things I value most from my time at High Point. One of the best moments I have had at High Point is being able to play basketball by my sister Trishela's side and being coached by my dad, who is the best coach I've ever had. I love scrimmaging the boys in practice this year and showing them how good our girls team was. As our graduation day is here and our time at High Point is dwindling down, a scary word is beginning to come upon us: future. Our future is a path we have been working for a very long time. Our future is filled with hopes and dreams we wish to happen and goals we wish to accomplish. This past year, each of us have been counting down the days until the end of school and want at the end to be here quick, think we were more than ready to take the next step in our future. Now that we are here at this point, I wish I could go back in time and cherish more moments and take things more seriously, as I know I cannot give them back, or time back. Jeremiah 29:11 reads, "For I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope in the future." This verse helps assure me that even if we feel we are not ready for the next step, Lord will be with us to help us along the way. As we go our separate ways and become Indians, Mustangs, and Pintos, we will always be a High Point Blue Jay. Being a Blue Jay is such an honor, and something I am very proud to say. I know that even though we will be at different schools, we will remain friends as we have throughout this point. I love this class and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Annoyed and mad at each other. I will still miss these 6 people. I will miss Mackenzie because of us randomly singing songs in the hallways. and because of all the times she has made me laugh. I will miss Brady because of his calm that he said every time you asked him a question. I will miss Cameron because of his ability to make a joke out of anything. I will miss Tristan because of her competitiveness in anything she does, and her telling me how to spell a word every time I asked her, which was a lot. I will miss Jackson because of his random wanderings around the classroom. I will miss Tucker because of his retelling of all of his hunting stories. Next, I would like to tell you what High Point stands for to me. H stands for the happy memories that we've made together these 9 years. I stands for the integrity that was taught to us by the teachers. G stands for the generosity of the teachers to take the time to teach us. H stands for the hope for the future that we might make good decisions and follow our dreams. P stands for the patience that we have with each other and that the teachers had with us. O stands for the opportunities that are available to us because of the foundation that High Point laid for us. I stands for inspiration that the teachers gave us to accomplish our goals. N stands for navigate. As we navigate towards new destinations, we must never forget where we came from. T stands for transcendence, that we may transcend into the future. High Point School has helped shape the people we are today and has helped prepare us with the necessary tools to make decisions and plan our future. I believe that Dr. Seuss has quoted our potential for the future best with this quote. Your brains in your head, your feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. I will miss this school and the people in it, but I am excited to move on to bigger horizons. I am also excited to see what kind of people we become and where our future leads us. Thank you.
I will have to admit, I'm actually a little bit nervous. I am. Tristan came up to me 2 weeks ago and says, "Dad, are you actually going to write something down and do something normal? Or am I going to take a chance and get up here and wing it and embarrass me?" Tristan, we are winging. Just get that out of the way. You're embarrassed already, okay? I have nothing. I've sat in the tractor a lot of times and think about things, so I've got a lot of thoughts going through my head. But I do know this. One thing that's always bothered me about graduation speeches, I graduated from this stage, 1989, okay? High school, college, I've went to probably 10 other graduation ceremonies. I don't remember a single word that a person said at a speech. I don't remember it. And so my goal tonight is to try to get you all to remember just one thing. We're doing 4 parts, okay? For you pastors out there, Pastor Bob, Chad, Casey, Brother Glenn, Dave, got 5 pastors in the house, okay? All right, so 4-part sermon here, okay? 4-part. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun, then serious, and then fun, okay? So, I did a little study, believe it or not, and it's brought to my attention that a person is 6 times more likely to remember something if you do what? Teachers will know this. If you write it down. Okay, well, you all I know don't want to take notes. Okay? However, you're 8 times more likely to remember something if you participate in what's being told to you or have an object that resembles what you're being told. So, we're going to do a little bit of that tonight. We're going to change it up a little bit. Okay? So, I wanted to keep it personal just a little bit just because you all have asked me to speak, so I thought it would be a failure to you all if I didn't at least make it a little bit personable. And so, Mrs. McDonald, when you guys were in kindergarten, and I had a parent-teachers conference with Tristan, Mrs. McDonald, just in passing, talking, she said, "This class here, of all the classes I've ever had, is like a class that you just go to the gas station and find whatever candy you want and put it in a bag because they're so different, and personalities are different. You know, like last year's 8th grade class, they were all somewhat pretty similar. This year's 8th grade class, there's a lot of difference in personalities and what they like and what they don't like. And Mrs. McDonald said it great. She said it's just like going to a gas station, getting a brown paper bag, filling it full of candy, picking something out, and that's it. So that's what we're going to do. I want to present Sydney with sweet tarts, only because, stay with me here, okay? Sydney is like super duper sweet. Just like the sweetest girl you'll ever meet. And you have to understand, whenever I do all this analogy, most of this is coming from when I coached him in basketball. I'm not in the school, in the hallways with him, in the classroom. And so 95% of what I'm saying has to do with basketball, but Sydney, last year, believe it or not, as sweet as she is, she talked trash. I seen her. St. Andrews tournament, girl pushed her. She turned around, and I thought we were going to have a melee out there. And she turned into this tart type of kid that I'd never seen before. And so it kind of surprised me. And going into her 8th grade year, she was kind of our enforcer. I mean, believe it or not, as beautiful as she is, okay? However, Denise, George, you've done a fabulous job of raising this girl, okay? You've taught her to be sweet, but at the same time, she's got a little bit of tart to her, and I'm sure you can attest to that in the morning when she wakes up, okay? Good job. We got some Laffy Taffy. Brady, come here. Just smile real big for him. Yeah, I love Brady, okay, because I seriously think I could tell him, Brady, you're going to sit on the bench for the rest of the game just because. You'd be like, okay. I'm just happy to be alive, okay? I mean, this kid here, I've never once, in 5 years of coaching him, never one time have I ever seen him not smile. I've never not once seen him complain. I've never once seen him play deep. Oh, no, you did do that. But he is just full of life, full of joy. Michelle, Perry, you've done a great job because I don't know if any of you all of us here, I don't think I've ever seen Perry or Michelle upset or sad I mean, they're always full of life. And so, thank you for raising this kid to be that way because he's been a joy to be around. This is going to be kind of funny and serious too. He gets a pack of bigger gum. I had to make something hot because the first time I ever coached this kid, all we did, we went down and we came back. And he was sweating so profusely that I've never seen this in my life. I mean, he was hot, just, I thought he was going to die. He goes down, comes back, his shirt is wringing wet. And so, I don't think I've ever seen a kid sweat as much as what you do. And I know that seems kind of, oh man. But, he's also the one that keeps everybody stuck together in this class, okay? I mean, whether you know this or not, Jackson, your little brother, 3rd and 4th graders, classmates, they look up to you, okay? They do. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah, okay? And so, always remember that, okay? You're a cool dude. Tiffany, James, you should be proud, okay? This kid here, he's awesome, okay? He's going to keep things stuck together no matter what he's playing, what sport, what school activity. He's the glue guy, okay? So here's your gun. Come here, Cameron. Cameron's another one of those kids. I mean, I love this dude, okay? Because him and I, believe it or not, we're a lot alike. I mean, we are. You all are probably thinking, what? Okay? This dude here is funny, okay? And if there was any type of candy out there that had the word chameleon in it, that's what I'd give him. Because I come up with Gobstoppers, because if you've ever cut a Gobstopper in half, they're just full of layers. And this kid here has got so many layers to him. I mean, he can hang out with the girls, he can hang out with the guys, he can do this, he can do that. You should have seen him up here in the play. I mean, he was awesome, okay? No matter what he does in life, he's going to be good at because he can adapt to where he's at. Pauline, John, fabulous job. This kid here he's awesome. Okay, you've done a wonderful job. I know you're proud. And good job. Come here, Tristan. I know, they were out nerds. I didn't wait for that one. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like her, yeah. Built kind of like her, but Slim Jim. But beef jerky, Slim Jim, okay? If you ever, I mean, most of you ate it, it's tough. Okay, I mean, it's tough to eat, it's hard. And this girl here is tough. I mean, I've never taught or coached a more competitive, tough-minded kid. I mean, no matter what she does, if she's fighting her brothers, if she's cooking in the kitchen, if she's probably up here in the spelling bee, whatever she does, she is tough. And if I ever needed something done at home, I don't ask the two boys, okay? This is who I ask, okay, because she's going to get it done. And so she is very tough. I want you to continue to take that with you, okay? Take that toughness when you go to high school, especially when you start dating boys. If you do date boys, take that with you, okay? And always remember, I admire and respect that about you. Melanie, I mean, she's a clone of you, okay? You're as tough as nails too. You're the best mother in the world. I didn't say Happy Mother's Day the other day, so I'm off the hook for that. But you should be proud. I know you are. I know I am. Tristan Murray. Come here, Mackenzie. Mackenzie gets ring pops. Not because you're a baby, just calm down, okay? Believe it or not, okay? Oh, there we go. Mackenzie, she's a leader. She's the ringleader of this class. I mean, she just is. And I love that about you. I mean, I absolutely love it because you're going to tell me and you might tell them what you think. And that's awesome. That's what leaders do, okay? And no matter what you do in life or what you do in high school, college, I mean, you're a leader and always know that. I mean, for 5 years in basketball, I mean, if these girls didn't know where they were at on the floor, Tristan, get your butt over there, that's where you're supposed to be. I mean, she'd tell them. And that, I respect that and admire that about you, and don't ever change, okay? Terry, Missy, she's awesome. I know you're proud. I mean, she is one of those girls that, you know, when she'd come over to the house and hang out with Tristan, she's just fit right in. I mean, she's just a great girl. I know you're proud. Missy. Come here, Tucker. Tucker, come here, man. I'm going to present you with some Gummy Bears because the first time Tucker came out for basketball in 5th grade, and I was coaching. And Tucker wants to come across as this mean, tough, gruff dude, like, hey, don't mess with me, I'm Tucker. And I was cool with that for a while, but if you watch Tucker, and I've watched him over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, Tucker, you're just one big teddy bear, dude. You are. I mean, his heart is this big. Okay, this kid here, I've seen him in school, I've seen him around his other kids, I've seen him in practice, I've seen him at the games. I mean, his heart is humongous. And so, I love that about you because you come across as this guy that, you know, you don't want to fight everybody, okay? Which, can you beat your brother up? Well, that's what I figured, okay? But he has got a heart that's really, really big, and I respect that, admire that about him. Jessica, Pat, awesome job. I mean, he exemplifies what you all I know have to have in your household because he's tough and gritty, but he cares about what's going on, and he cares about other kids, and he cares about life. And so thank you. You've done a great job, Tucker. I know, I need to speed it up, okay? Now, I need you all to just walk down here. Okay? I mean your team of friends, okay? Y'all are close, there's just 7 of you. However, this is where, you gotta stay with me now. Now I'm not gonna be funny anymore, I'm gonna try to be serious, which I know that's gonna be kind of hard, okay? But you're gonna go to high school and it's gonna get a little bit different and tough. And you're gonna get new teammates, and you're gonna get new friends. And so the one thing that I want to encourage you and tell you to do is pick your friends wisely. Studies show, okay? They did a study, 10,000 incoming freshmen. They did a study. 58% of them admitted to doing something stupid that they wouldn't normally done, but their friends talked them into it. Okay? 58%, so that's gonna be half of you is gonna do something. Okay? So pick your friends wisely, because you're gonna say what your friends say, you're gonna listen to their music, you're gonna do what they do. And so I encourage you to pick your friends wisely if you can, if anything. And you're gonna make some mistakes, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I want you to line up here. We're about done. Okay? Right here. Everybody get one of these. Tristan? Everybody take one. I know. No. Oh, you got one. Okay? Alright. Now you can stand and face the crowd. Okay? In your hand is a roll of lifesavers. Okay? Now, you're going to go into high school. Parents, they're going to make mistakes. You're going to get bad grades on a test. You're going to fall in love, probably. I mean, I've got 2 kids, 2 boys that they think they're in love, and I'm about ready to wring their neck. Okay? I mean, I'm serious. All right? You're probably going to get a fender bender when you get a car. You're probably going to get a speeding ticket or 2. You know that? You know, we talk about associate with your friends, or associate. I mean, that's probably the reason that I drive a little bit fast, Mackenzie, is because when I was a freshman, I got to ride to school with your dad because I didn't want to ride the bus. And he always liked to sleep in, so we had to drive like 90 miles an hour to get there. And so it's Terry's fault that I drive super fast to this day.
Whatever.
I know. I mean, school started at like 8:05. I mean, we're pulling out of my driveway like 7:58. Okay? And so, you're going to make mistakes. However, look at me. Okay, turn around and look. Okay? Making mistakes, okay, is life. And if you're not living life, then you're not making mistakes. And if you're not making mistakes, you're not living life. Okay? So don't be scared to make mistakes. However, when you do, this is why the lifesavers are. I mean, I watched your parents, and this is where it gets serious. If you can remember one thing tonight, remember this. Okay? Your parents, grandparents, they love you to death. Absolutely love you. Don't you ever forget that. When you make a mistake, they will be there for you. When you mess up, when you have a bad grade, or you've got boyfriend, girlfriend problems, talk to your parents. Don't you ever forget that they love you to death. They will always be there for you. Okay? And even though you're a variety of things, like, you know, out of the gas station, the one thing that you have in common, every one of you's got a pack of lifesavers. And every one of you going to high school, those parents are going to be your lifesavers for the next 4 years. Believe me. So I want you to go present, and if you can, put those lifesavers in a safe place. I'd encourage you to take them home, and when you mess up, you can share that moment with your parents. Okay? Have that roll of lifesavers. The goal is to not go through the whole roll your freshman years. Okay? That would be the goal. Alright? So, I want you to present those lifesavers with your parents because they love you. They love you to death. And that's a word we don't use a lot. Tell them that you love them. Okay, parents, tell them, I know you're going to tell them you love them. Okay? Present them lifesavers, and then comes fun. So, the last thing that I'm going to let you do to have a little bit of fun, parents, you're probably going to want to come get some pictures of this. We're setting that up over there. In that bucket is a water balloon. And I'm going to go stand over there, and I'm going to let you throw it at me as you walk up on stage.